Okay, in this class I will explain two problems related to Unit 7. This is the first problem. A small company making curtain rods of standard sizes 2 meter in length. There are three materials A, B and C which can be used for making this curtain rod. Each material calls for a different process and machine for manufacturing, and their cost data is given below. So cost data is given for all the three materials A, B and C. Raw material cost is rupees 2.20 per meter. So then for B 2.5 rupees per meter, 2.6 rupees per meter for material C. Similarly, equipment cost that will be considered per year. So for material A 5,000, material B 3,000 and material C 4,000. Labor cost, this is per rod, 0.5, 0.6 and 0.2 rupees, that is 50 paisa, 60 paisa and 20 paisa. Draw the cost versus the yearly production volume curve for each of the three materials. If a sales volume of 10,000 rods per year is anticipated for 5 years, which material should be used? So here, the company is making curtain rods. Curtain rod is the product, and the length of the curtain rod is 2 meter. This curtain rod can be made by using three materials A, B and C. So now you have to find out total cost of making these curtain rods for these three materials. Then you have to make a decision regarding which material is preferable. Okay, so we are going to prefer a material which costs less. Now you have to find out the total cost. So here they have given some components of cost. Okay, so if you consider for a year, if a sales volume of 10,000 rods per year. Okay, so since we have to draw total cost versus yearly production volume, okay, we are considering yearly production volume. So yearly production volume is 10,000 rods. So now if you want to find out what is the cost for making this 10,000 rods, okay, so for that consider material A. Raw material cost is 2.20 rupees per meter. For each rod it requires 2 meter. So since every rod is having a size of 2 meter length, so we need 2 meter of raw material. Okay, so that means we need 2 meter for each piece of or each unit of a rod. Okay, then 10,000 into 2, that is the length of each rod, into 2.20, that will give you raw material cost for material A. Then equipment cost, it is per year it is 5,000. Then labor cost will be since it is per rod, okay, 10,000 rods will be manufactured per year. So 10,000 into 0.5 will give you the labor cost. Okay, like that you can find out total cost of material A per year. Okay, 10,000 is the production volume per year. So every year the company is manufacturing 10,000 curtain rods. So production volume is 10,000. Then the length of each rod is 2 meter. Since we know the cost per meter of the raw material, that is per meter of the rod, so we are considering 2 into 2.20. The reason is the length of the rod is 2 meters. Okay, that this will give you raw material cost for 10,000 units of a curtain rod. Next, equipment cost, it is already per year, so we are directly taking it as 5,000. Then plus labor cost is so 50 paisa, that is 0.5 rupees per rod. So here per year company is manufacturing 10,000, so 10,000 into 0.5 will give you labor cost per year. Okay, so overall, if you consider material A, overall cost or total cost of material A is 54,000. Similarly, in the same way, you can calculate total cost for material B. 10,000 is the annual production volume, then 2 is the length of each rod, Then 2.50 is the material cost for B. Next 3000 is the equipment cost. Then 0.6 into 10,000 will give you labor cost. Okay, it is 59,000. Then total cost of material C per year. Okay, that is 10,000 into 2 into 2.60. This will give you, so raw material cost for 10,000 units of curtain rod. Then 4,000 is the equipment cost distributed per year. Then labor cost, so 10,000 into 0.2. Okay, now you know the total cost of material A, material B and material C per year, that is for making 10,000 units of a curtain rod. So based on this calculation, okay, which one can be preferred, which is the preferable one? So the preferable one will be the one which costs less. Okay, in this case, which cost less, which material cost less? Okay, one is 54,000, another is 59, another will be 58. So you can choose the material which costs 54,000. Okay, that means material A is preferable. Okay, so material A is preferable based on the cost. Next, in the question, so they have asked you to find out or you have to draw the curve of total cost versus yearly production volume. Okay, we know the total cost per year. Okay, so for material A it is 54,000, material B it is 59,000, material C it is 58,000. Since we have to draw a graph, okay, of total cost versus yearly production volume, so we have to find out total cost for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Since in the problem it is mentioned that for 5 years you have to draw this. Okay, first year 54, then 59, 58. Second year, so it will multiply 54 into 2, then 54 into 3, 54 into 4, 54 into 5. So that will be the total cost for 5 years. That means for 50,000 rods. This is the total cost for 40,000 units of the rod. This is for 30,000 units of the rod. Like that, you can find out for material B also. Into 2, into 3, into 4 and into 5, you will get this value. Similarly for material C also, so you have to find these values. So this is into 1, into 2, into 3 and into 4, into 5. Okay, since this cost will remain same. So I have drawn for material A. Okay, so I have drawn using SolidWorks. Okay, so you can draw using graph sheet in the exam. So total cost versus the yearly production volume for material A. So I have annual production volume is 10,000. So since I cannot write 10,000 with 3 zeros, so I have used K. That means 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 and 40,000, 50,000. Okay. So every year, since the production volume is 10,000, I am considering 10,000 as 1 unit in the graph. Okay, so 10,000, 20, 30, 40, 50,000. Then, for example, for material A, okay, so after 1 year, production volume will be 10,000 units. So next, material cost is 54,000. Next, after 2 years, production volume will be 20,000 and material cost is 1,08,000. Okay, 1,08,000. Next, after 3 years, 30,000. Then material cost will be, total cost will be 1,62,000. Similarly, for after 4 years, so in 4 years you can manufacture 40,000 units of the curtain rod, and which costs so 2,16,000. Then after 5 years, you can manufacture 50,000 units of the curtain rod, and cost will be 2,70,000. Okay, like that. In the same way, you have to draw total cost versus yearly production volume curve or graph for material B and C. Okay, by using these values, so you have to draw 2 more graphs for this problem. Okay, in the similar way. Since the total cost of material A per year is less, it must be preferred. Okay, here it is the total cost for material A is 50,000, which is less. So that's why we have to prefer material A. Okay, this is about the first problem. If you have any doubt regarding first problem, you can ask. Okay, otherwise I will move on to the next problem. ಏನಾದ್ರು doubt ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Okay, if you don't have any doubts, okay, I will consider the problem number 2. A long shaft can be made either in one piece or in two pieces assembled carefully together. Okay, so this is a shaft. Okay, so it can be made by one piece, a single piece. Okay, or a shaft can have two pieces which are assembled. It may be using any joining process, or it may be by using fastening. That is not mentioned in the problem, but here are two choices. One is a complete length of the shaft is made by only one piece. In another case, so you are making a shaft by joining two pieces. Okay, two pieces assembled carefully together. These are the two options. The material costs in either case are the same. Okay, you are using the same material and material cost is same. The machining cost in the first case, that is if you are making a shaft by using only one piece, okay, the machining cost in the first case is rupees 50 per piece, while in the second case it is rupees 46 per piece. The second case uses special assembly at the rate of rupees 8 per piece. Okay, so the two shorter pieces can be machined. The two shorter pieces can be machined on the existing machines, which are not needed for any other work, but the longer one piece can be machined only in a special machine to be bought at 50,000. Okay, here so you make a change. Okay, the second case uses special assembly at the rate of rupees 8 per piece. So instead of per piece, you can consider per shaft. Okay, so I have calculated like that. Okay, so per shaft, the two shorter pieces can be machined on existing machines which are not needed for any other work. Okay, so here what is given in this problem is, so here a company is manufacturing a shaft. It is having two choices. Choice number one is by using a, it can join two pieces and it can obtain the shaft. Okay, next the material costs are same. Then machining cost is rupees 50 per piece for the first case. Then for the second case 46 per piece, and the second case uses special assembly at the rate of rupees 8 per shaft. So in order to do assembly, okay, so it is 8 or it costs 8 per shaft. The two shorter pieces can be machined on existing machines which are not needed for any other work. Okay, but the longer one piece can be machined only in a special machine to be bought at 50,000. That means you need an additional investment for first case, that is shaft made of one piece. For that you have to invest 50,000 for buying a special machine, whereas if you go for assembling the two pieces to make a shaft, for that no additional investment is needed. The reason is you can make use of the already available machines which are not used for any other purpose. Okay, that means it doesn't cost any amount, any new amount or new investment. Okay, next, what production volume will justify going in for the single piece shaft? What is the unit cost at the point of indifference? If the sales volume is twice this, what is the unit cost? Okay, these are the questions for which you have to find the answer. Okay, so here consider two options for shaft made in one piece. So here for shaft made in one piece, you have to buy a special machine for us, okay, for machining, that costs 50,000. In the previous class we discussed about two major components of cost. One is fixed cost, another will be variable cost. Fixed cost is the investment on machines, investment on building, okay, And generally fixed cost means it doesn't depends on the production volume. Whether you will produce 10 or you produce 100, this cost remains same. That means if you have a machine, if you produce 10 units of a product or 1000 units of a product, okay, the machine cost remains same. That means the amount you have invested on the machine will remain same. Whereas there are some costs which vary depending on the production volume, like raw material and direct labor cost and some other costs. Okay, that will vary depending on the production volume. Okay, a cost which vary depend based on production volume, that is a variable cost. A cost which is independent of production volume is called as fixed cost. Okay, so here in this case, the investment on the special machine is the fixed cost, and that is 50,000. Variable cost is so rupees 50 per unit. Okay, so that is, so the machining cost in the first case is rupees 50 per piece. Okay, again it is depending on the production volume per piece, so that means per shaft. Okay, next so since it is per piece, okay, here in this case a shaft is having only one piece. Per piece will become per unit. Okay. Then if you want to find out a variable cost for 100 units, for example, okay, then 50 into 100 will give you variable cost for 100 units. Okay, that is rupees 5,000 is the variable cost for 100 units. Okay. Similarly, for shaft made in two pieces, for this case, there is no fixed cost. The reason is in the problem itself they have given the two shorter pieces can be machined on existing machines which are not needed for any other work. So this is an investment already made for some other purpose. Okay, we are making use of those machines. That's why for this particular job, okay, so you are not investing on the machine. That's why for this case there is no fixed cost. Okay, then variable cost is since 46 per piece. Okay, so while in the second it is 46 per piece, but here shaft is made by using two pieces. That means the machining cost also will be 46 into 2 will give you the machining cost. Okay, next we have a special assembly cost, that is rupees 8 per shaft. Then okay, 46 into 2, this is the machining cost, and 8 it is the assembly cost. Okay, so 46 into 2 it will be 92 plus 8. Okay, then rupees 100 per unit. Suppose if you want to find out variable cost for 100 units, then that will be 10,000 rupees. Okay, so this is the initial calculation you need to make. Next, in the question they have asked you to find out now what production volume will justify going in for the single piece shaft. What is the unit cost at the point of indifference? Okay, in previous class we discussed about point of indifference. That means if there are two options and if both options cost the same, that is the point of indifference. Okay, it may be making a choice between automated system and manual system, or it may be choice between two machines or two manufacturing processes. Okay, point of indifference means there is no difference. If you are making a comparison considering cost, okay, so both will incur same cost. Okay, so that is the meaning of point of indifference. So here for this case we have determined cost. Okay, fixed cost is 50,000 and variable cost is 5,000 for 100 units of a product of 100 units of shaft. Okay, here variable cost is rupees 100 per shaft per unit. For 100 units it is 10,000, whereas fixed cost is 0 for the second option. Okay, now if you want to find out total cost, okay, you have to add fixed cost and variable cost. Okay. So next you have to plot a graph. So you have to plot a graph of total cost and production volume. Okay. I have considered 100 for each interval. I have considered 100 units for each interval in case of production volume, and in case of cost I have considered 1 unit as 10,000 rupees 10,000. Okay. Now consider the values. Okay, for 100 shafts we have determined the variable cost. Okay, for one piece it is 5,000 and for two piece it is 10,000. Similarly for 200 shafts, okay, then again 200 into 50, that will give you 10,000. Okay, next 200 into 100, okay, so that will give you 20,000. Similarly, in the same way you have to find out these values. This is for 300 shafts, 400 shafts, 500 shafts, 600 shafts, and these are this row represents variable cost for one piece. This row represents variable cost for two pieces. Okay, so in the graph which I have plotted, this is a total cost. That means it includes both variable cost and fixed cost. Okay. First consider shaft made in one piece. Okay. So first you have to draw the x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis we are considering production volume, and on y-axis we are considering total cost in rupees. Okay. After that, so start from this point. There is a fixed cost. Okay, so these are variable costs. For shaft made in one piece, there is a fixed cost. The value of the fixed cost is 50,000. So even though if you don't produce anything, you have to invest 50,000 for a machine. So that is the fixed cost. That's why here it will start from this point. The reason is from 0 to 50,000, it is the fixed cost. Okay, then from here fixed cost will remain constant. It is independent of the production volume, that's why it will remain constant. Okay, whereas variable cost, it is dependent on the production volume. Okay, for 100, 50,000 plus 5,000, it will be 55,000. Then for 200, it will be 60,000. Okay, for 300 it will be next sorry, so this should be okay, so there's a mistake. This is 15,000. Okay, next for 300, so it is 15,000. Variable cost is 15,000. Fixed cost is 50. So total cost will be 65,000. Then 70,000, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, like this. It will vary depending on the production volume. Okay, so this is the plot for shaft made in one piece. Okay, so you will get this line. Similarly, if you want to draw the curve for shaft made in two pieces, for shaft made in two pieces, there is no fixed cost. The reason is, so you are making use of the already available machine, okay, which is of no use if you don't produce, if you don't use that machine for making these shafts, okay, that will remain as a scrap. So that's why there is no fixed cost for two pieces, shaft made of two pieces. Okay, that's why it will start from 0. Then variable cost, okay, for 100 it is 10,000, then for 200 20,000, then 30, 40, like that it will vary, and you are going to get this line. Okay, so next after plotting this graph, you can find out the point of indifference. The point of indifference is the point where these two lines will cross each other. Okay, so that point is called as point of indifference. Okay, this is the point of indifference, and then draw a vertical line. So you will get the production volume at this point of indifference. So for this problem, 1000 units is the point of indifference. That means if the company is producing 1000 shafts, okay, then if it go for shaft made in one piece, or if it go for shaft made in two pieces, cost remains same. It has to invest the same amount of money. Okay, the total cost remains same. Suppose if the production volume is greater than 1000, okay, if the production volume is greater than 1000, then you can see the total cost. Total cost of shaft made in one piece is less. That means if the production volume is greater than 1000, then company should prefer shaft made in one piece. It has to go for making shafts by using only one piece. Suppose if the production volume is less than 1000, then company should prefer to make shafts by assembling two pieces. Okay, that is the conclusion that you can draw by plotting this graph and by calculating all these things. Okay, if the production volume is greater than 1000 units, then shaft made in one piece is preferable. If the production volume is less than 1000 shafts, then shaft made in two pieces is preferred. Okay. So based on that, production volume greater than 1000 units will justify going in for the single piece shaft as we discussed here. This is the total cost. Okay. So till 1000 units, okay, the total cost of shaft made in two pieces is less than the total cost of shaft made in one piece. That's why if the production volume is less than 1000, shaft made in two pieces is preferred. If the production volume is greater than 1000, then shaft made in one piece is preferred. Okay. So production volume greater than 1000 units will justify going in for the single piece shaft. Unit cost at the point of indifference. Okay, this is the point of indifference. Okay, according to that, if you draw a horizontal line, you will get the total cost. Total cost is 1 lakh and the production volume is 1000. Okay, for 1000 units, the total cost is 1 lakh. Next, if you want to find it for 1 unit, then 1 lakh by 1000 will give you the unit cost, that is rupees 100. If the sales volume is twice this, then unit cost will be 75. Okay. If the sales volume is twice, so that means okay. So here now it is 1000. Twice means if the production volume is 2000. Okay. So here for every 100 units, the variable cost is 5000. For 1000 units, variable cost is 50,000 for one piece. Then for 2000 units, it will be 1 lakh. Then if you want to find out total cost, it will be 1 lakh 50,000. So 1 lakh 50,000 by 2000 will give you the sales volume or unit cost when the sales volume is 2000. Okay. For the second option, it will remain same. It will not reduce. Okay. It will be 100 as it is. Unit cost will remain same. Okay. At any point of time. Whereas for this case, unit cost will go on reducing as the production volume increases. That's why we'll consider this second one. Okay, that is shaft made in one piece. So this we are going to consider. Okay. So this completes unit 7. If you have any questions, you can ask, or if you have any doubts regarding these problems also, you can ask.